So a brief explainer on how to use the Cahoot learning platform to lodge our interviews. So first of all, we go to the course. You can also go to My Courses through this if you want to. And we see here the front page which shows our interviews, and you can see ours are course interviews are pretty low at this stage. We've got to lift them. Only one actually lodged. So if we go to course modules, we'll see this menu down the side here. Now, if we click on Customer Pipeline, this is where we're meant to just add individual customers that we've identified. So I've added Brandon Capital. Jane has added Mark Cantor here. And you can see that they're divided into different segments. So I'll give you an example. If you add a customer, then you select the segment they belong to here, whether it's consumers, government, health services. So click consumer there, enter the customer name, and enter some brief notes there. This is not the place to put the interview. This is just some brief notes about them. Might be, if it was a health service, it might be what health service they are regionally and who you spoke to here in the customer notes. Okay, but then we also have these hypotheses here, and I've added some hypotheses, Jane's added some hypotheses here, and you can see Jane's people go through a rational decision-making process when you decide to use health technology, including apps. I've put, and these are hypotheses about the customer pain points or gains that we produced during the immersive. For example, that there's a need for certainty or confidence that the health tech works. This is a hypothesis we want to test through the customer interviews. That there might demand for independent evaluation of health tech. And we list these here so that we can later attach them and link to them in the interviews, which is here. So we click on interviews. Now I've added an interview here, and if we click on it, we should see the notes on the interview, who the customer was, and the hypotheses that were tested, and some learnings down here. We can add something as well. So if you've done an interview and you want to add it, you go back to interviews, add the interview, and then you put the date in, and then you select the customer. Now you had to have put the customer already into the system back up here, otherwise they won't appear here. So you put them in Customer Pipeline first, you put your notes in here, which is basically the interview, then you select which hypotheses that you tested and click on these, and they get added to the file, and then you put your key learnings in here, and then you submit. And that's about it. Oh, and then you should see on the team progress, you should see your interviews and hypothesis testing showing up here in the team progress chart, team progress table. Okay, that's it.